Quick disclaimer, the comments made in this podcast are not meant to be hurtful or insulting to the authors of the highlighted fanfiction. Any seemingly degrading comments are made in jest and are not meant to be taken seriously. Similarly, anything read as part of the fanfictions do not represent the values of the hosts. Alright everyone, welcome back to Pick a Fic. I'm hosting this time. My name is Jason Smith, and with me is my brother Micah.
Hey.
So I have the little fanfiction for you.
Oh, I forgot to bring the mellow yellow.
Oh no, what are we gonna do?
We again forgot our drink that we need.
It doesn't matter.
I got my voice got pretty dry last recording.
Oh, that's your own fault.
Yeah, apparently.
Alright. I'm about to send you this, just cold.
Okay, I'm ready.
Subject, fanfic, smiley. Control V.
You've got to explain like what we do.
Oh, we're a fanfiction podcast. Okay,
yeah,
read it.
There we go.
Open it.
So I'm gonna read this live. Like I don't know what he picked out for me.
Yeah, just read the title.
So I'm just gonna read the title. I'm gonna refresh my page here. Oh wait, is it an inbox? Oh, there we go.
I was gonna say, I hope I didn't send it the wrong person.
It says like the link, and then it says -- at the end. Oh,
that's the name of the fanfiction.
Oh,
you'll never guess what series this is from.
What slave? What the?
What franchise is it from?
Okay. This is Slave. Wait, Ratchet and Clank. I saw the profile picture has a Gears of War logo. I thought it was Gears. I was like, oh, okay, Slave. No, it's Gears of War. Like, it's edgy and gruff. That makes sense.
That's the best part.
No, it's a Ratchet and Clank.
It's Ratchet and Clank. And the dude is the person has a Gears of War logo.
Okay, yeah, introduce me to
so
the
this is Slave by, I don't know how to say this, IDYGOFENIKS.
IDYGOFENIKS.
Okay, I'm going to read the description. Bear with me here. She had been a slave all her life. No one wanted to buy her. ... Until now. One shot. May continue if there is interest.
I'm scared already.
All right, it's rated teen.
I think this is the Gears of War Gears of War fanfiction.
It's in English.
It's not. It's not.
Ratchet and Rivet.
Oh my.
1,448 words, 1 review, 3 favorites, 4 follows.
Have you played the
published February 22nd, 2023? Status complete. What?
Have you finished the Ratchet and Clank? Played any of the games?
Yeah, I played all of them except Secret Agent Clank, not because I didn't want to, but because I forgot about it while I was playing through all of them. I didn't have it, so I'm like, oh, I'll come back to it. And then when I finally got it, I was like very close to being done with like the console game, so I just never went back. It just kind of fell to the wayside because Rift Apart was coming out. Like when that game came out, and I had like just finished the 2016 game. It was like perfect timing. Because I started the marathon before that game was announced even. Yeah. I didn't know it was happening. But yeah, so I've played them all. You watched me play them all. I don't think you watched me play Size Matters because I played that on the PSP.
Well, I remember you told me to watch all the cutscenes for Size Matters because I watched you play all the games, and then when you were playing Size Matters, you just watch the cutscenes. I'm like, okay, because I knew I wasn't missing out on anything.
You weren't. But this is about. This is of course 2023. This is about Rivet, the new character from Rift Apart. It's not really new anymore. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's 2022 or 1.
Yeah. I just this
is.
I don't know what this is. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So did you how did you skim over?
I just skimmed over like the first. I don't know. Like few bits. It's hard. I can't say paragraphs because like every sentence is a paragraph basically. But yeah, I saw the title because, I just browse. I click on a franchise I'm familiar with on fanfiction.net, and then I just scroll through. The recently published ones. And I saw one called Slave in the Ratchet and Clank section, and I just clicked on it like, this has got to be good, and it was. This is going to be fantastic.
I skimmed it. Yeah, no, this is gonna be something else. Oh boy. Okay. Well, at least mine.
So, what are your first impressions?
First impressions is this is probably gonna be either like super like romantic and charming, or absolutely like dangerous. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I'm predicting both.
Dangerous and romantic.
Oh, dude, it's never mind. You'll see.
Okay, well, who's gonna be who?
I don't know. I don't remember what Rivet sounds like,
Me
and I
either.
can't do a good Ratchet. I don't think Clank.
You have to do like a. I mean, you can do like the Ratchet 1 where he's like got like the surfer voice.
Yo, dude. That's not it, but
Yeah, you gotta
Ratchet 1 wasn't really surfer. Was it the first guy? I don't remember any of their names. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really too accustomed to his characters. I'm probably gonna do my normal voice.
Or if it's just gonna be a freaking like teenager man.
I'm not a teenager anymore.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
I'm a real adult now.
I mean, real adults still can't buy alcohol, idiot.
God damn it.
Okay, I'll be the narrator. Okay, since there's only 2 characters, do you want to just be all voices and I just be all narration?
Sure.
It's short enough.
Yeah.
All right. You ready? I'm ready.
If I think you can tell myself, if this goes horribly wrong, we can just always just delete it, and no one will ever
We're
have
always
to
not
hear it.
deleting this.
Oh no! Oh no!
We may not release it, but I'll keep it as blackmail.
God,
rubbing my hands together.
I'm
I don't know if
not
that picks
liking
up.
this. Oh boy!
All right, here we go. Already losing it. Okay. The slave market was almost empty and she hadn't been sold. No one paid any attention to her. Small compared to the others. Lombacks, white with blue stripes. I'm just going to say there's no quotation marks on the dialogue. It's indicated by a dash.
Oh.
So anything that's dashed is you, basically.
Oh no!
Except not really
That's
too,
a
because
lot of-
there's some like narrative interjections in the dialogue, but since there's no...
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna be rough.
So yeah, you just read everything that's dashed, whether it's narration or not. I think that's just going to be the easiest format-wise. All right, you can continue.
All right. Any recent offers for Lombacks? Screened the current owner. Wait. Private officer.
Private offer.
Private offer, came a voice from behind.
The owner nodded. What? The man out of sight. Rivet fell silent. She couldn't tell who it was. She was trained to keep her face down. Private offers were accepted when one did not want to be known as a slave buyer. Ooh. As her buyer entered the tent, she cautiously lifted her head and her eyes widened. It was a Lombax. It was the first time she had seen another of her kind. He was a little taller than her. His fur was sandy with dark stripes. His tail was less fluffy than hers, and his ears were more pointed. The trader owner stared at him.
40 screws behind her. Wait, what?
40 screws behind her.
40 screws behind her.
Lombax tilted his head and pierced the owner with his emerald eyes.
Is a Lombax life worth that much? I can't sell her anywhere. He was interrupted by a buyer counting out 4 pieces of gold screws. With gold worth 10 screws, the trader pulled out some crumpled paper before she handed them to him, as well as the keys to her shackles and collar around her neck.
All right. He didn't tell her to take the bags he already had. He just set them down, smoothed out the papers before putting them in his pockets, picked up his bags, and offered her his free hand. That was a long sentence. She looked at him with trembling hands, slowly grabbed... What? She looked at him and with trembling hands slowly grabbed him. As the afternoon turned to dusk, he led her out of town and through the small woods that led to his house. A large house that distinguished him as someone wealthy. He took her into the kitchen, then placed his bags on the counter and pulled out some papers.
Rivet, right? The first word he said to her. She nodded. Yes, my lord.
He signaled her to sit down, took out the key, and let all her chains drop.
Nobody is your lord. I hereby release you. He sent her a smile.
She stared in shock before bursting into tears of happiness. When her tears ended and he smiled, he turned off the lights. The hum of electricity seemed to shock her for a moment before turning on the kettle. Turn off the lights to make tea?
I think a cup of warm tea will do you good. He smiled and pulled out 2 ceramic mugs and placed them on the table next to Rivet.
She was fascinated by the smoothness of the cup. Since she had been a slave since she could remember, she only knew wooden dishes, a tacky tent, and a straw mat, and knew electricity only from the lights outside the building. Did he turn the electricity on or off? Did I read that right? Where is it? He turned on the lights.
Oh, there.
I might have read that correctly and thought of it wrong. Rivet swallowed hesitantly.
My lord, what did you buy me?
Why did you buy me? You read that wrong. He opened the cupboards to get the tea.
To free you. I could never look at slavery. I just do what I can.
She stared at him. She couldn't understand what he said, though she knew what the words meant.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, she said hesitantly.
He gave her a small smile, carried the kettle, and poured hot water into the cups.
If someone hadn't shown me the same good herd many years ago, I would have never. What?
Come on.
I would have been either a slave or dead. Her gaze lingered on him, and as he continued, by the way, I know 2 more members of our species. The couple I'm talking about. The couple I'm talking about lives half an hour from my house.
Are you okay?
I'm not okay, man. Their names are Clank and Kit.
Okay, so Clank and Kit are Lombaxes now?
Wait, what the fuck?
He said 2 members of our species.
Huh?
Rivet took a sip of her tea and looked out the window. The time spent waiting for tea allowed the sun to go down and the night to take over.
My lord, where shall I sleep? She suddenly dawned. Dawned. Oh my god.
She suddenly
dawned on her what others use her. Use her. And she tried for her hardest not to shiver.
Okay, maybe you should just do dialogue. Maybe.
I think so. Like the whole like mixing quotations and.
We'll do our best. We'll switch it up. All right.
Okay, then there's a guest room upstairs. Tomorrow we can buy you new clothes and stuffs.
They went up to the 2nd floor.
This is my room. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come over.
Then he led her to another door and opened it. Inside, she realized that this was no servant's quarters. It was simply furnished, bed, chest of drawers, and nightstand, but everything was of high quality, and the room itself was a blue and white color, which she immediately liked, and there were double glass doors leading to a balcony. This guy likes commas, dude. Okay. There was also a door leading to a tiled bathroom with a marble bathtub built into the ground.
Wait. What?
I think it's Rivet talking.
You know
her heart stopped at the thought of him changing his mind.
I think you wait.
Or is this him?
This is him. God. Wait, okay, you know.
Oh, I get it.
Her heart starts changing her mind. I think you want to take a bath before going to bed. It was the last. I can't do this.
It was the last thing she expected. She stared at the tub and tried to calculate how many buckets it would take to fill it.
But it's so late, and I don't know if my hands can handle that many buckets.
My hands can handle the buckets. He gave her the little smile he'd be giving her all day, the one that said everything was fine. What? is this sentence? Okay, continue, read it.
You don't have to. You was undressing.
Wait, let's see. What am I?
If you wish. What is
happening? Okay, this might get weird. He turned to her and shook his head.
Okay, wait. Okay. I'm not going to do anything but help you take a bath. I doubt those idiot slavers taught you how to really take care of yourself. Plus, it's hard work to wash your own back.
Okay, it's getting weird.
Ugh.
Alright, brace yourself. Here we go. Aware of how thin she was, she slipped off her clothes and stood beside him. He turned on a small faucet and water came out the perfect temperature and motioned for her to come in. She winced as she saw the color of the water running down her body. That's gross. He hadn't noticed how he was cleaning her piece by piece. He wasn't perverted or anything, but he seemed to enjoy taking care of her. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
it's okay now.
Purely
it's
platonic.
Okay.
Purely platonic.
We don't
no romance here.
Nothing here. Perfectly normal. It's not, by the way.
Just imagine you're a slave your whole life. Someone buys you and frees you and then says you're too stupid to know how to clean yourself. I'm going to do it for you. And you just say, okay.
Okay.
Like, what? When she was as clean as ever, he gave her a white dress that had been left over from the previous owner of this house, then sat her on a stool and began combing her fur. When it was all done, he even gave her a hug before walking to the door. This is so cute.
Need something?
She shook her head.
You know where I'll be if this changes. Good night, Ribbit. Sleep well.
He turned off the lights and closed the door. A few hours later, she couldn't sleep. It wasn't anything alarming or wrong. The bed was the most comfortable she had ever had, and it was perfect. She rolled over and was suddenly startled by the sound of pillows falling off the bed. She realized she was missing sound. She had never slept in a place that was so quiet. Oh no, I can see where this is going. She had one option to gain sleep. One option. She knocked on the door. She heard a very sleepy voice.
Please!
We're almost done. Okay. The door opened and he sat up. The only lamp by his bed didn't illuminate much. Only the shape of his body and the immediate surroundings. She could tell... I'm giving too much pauses. These are all commas. She could tell that he didn't sleep in his clothes. She saw his body. She quickly looked away.
Something happened with it.
I'm sweating right now. She held the pillow and blanket from the room to her chest.
I'm used to being close to others. I would sleep on the floor.
Ratchet crawled to the other side of the bed and patted the bed. She couldn't believe he was doing it. She started to approach the bed.
But...
he said. She looked down at her skinny body and hoped he didn't want what she thought he wanted. There was one condition and one warning. Her thoughts filled with, "You'll be my toy and I won't be nice." But what he said next was something she could have never predicted.
Don't call me your lord. It's Ratchet, and I'm cuddling even though I try not to. What is this?
I'm cuddling even though I try not to.
What does that mean?
I really don't try to cuddle, but I will. She always had a good memory, so she wasn't surprised to wake up. What? What does this have to do with memory? She's always had a good memory, so she wasn't surprised to wake up with Ratchet's arms around her waist and her body pressed against his. Her eyes widened as he snuggled into her neck, though he was still asleep. Looking around the room, she noticed a small amount of tools that gave the room an interior more like a workshop than a bedroom. Okay, well, I'm done. He turned around, and she wanted to be as still as possible, hoping to go back to sleep. She felt the bright sun creep over her face in the most pleasant way. Well, it was different now. Better, ... Okay, we're done.
Oh, wow.
That got really weird.
Yeah.
But at the same time, would it have been... I think it was weirder that it didn't go into sex.
Me
it was
too.
Weirder that
I
he
think
kept, or
it was...
I shouldn't assume they, the author, it was a guy.
Yeah.
It was like, kept like being like, oh no, this is like okay things to do all creepily and weirdly to someone you just met. This is something you do in like chapter like 20, you know, when you're getting near
exactly.
the end.
The fact that the pacing was so fast that I didn't like.
It's okay. I guess what I'm
things escalate too quickly.
Yeah. It was not even just the first day, the first like couple hours, and he's like, "Oh, that's fine. I'll just bathe you. It's okay. You can just sleep with me, and I'm naked also in the bed."
So somebody had this fantasy, and like they just really wanted to ride it out. I mean,
This is something. Yeah, like I said, this is something where it's like you gain. This is like, I'm not someone who thinks every like male female relationship needs to be romantic at all, and that's what this is going for, but it's going for it in such a weird way. Like, this happens too quickly. It's got to be like built up over time, and just say like, you know, oh yeah, that's just how it is in this house. They didn't even like
mention that the bathing thing was like weird or anything, or like unusual. It was like treated like it was like a normal thing that like people do.
Yeah, I guess just a little more context.
Yeah. Like, if they were a bit more self-aware about it, like, it would have made it a bit better, but the fact that they were just made it really
It also
weird.
just blindsided us. Like, I was not expecting it to go that...
It came out of
I was
nowhere.
expecting it to go, like, either, like, super, like, cheesy, like, oh, I bought you to free you, and then, like, they become best friends, or they just got straight into romance, but they did this weird in-between. And yeah, it just happened too fast.
Yeah, and like I also think it was a bit weird that like, because like I mean, I was friends with like Mario and Sonic, you know, like I expected stuff like this, like from the fan fiction. But like I think with Ratchet and Clank, I have like a bit more respect towards. So like, and I'm not like all that familiar with like the whole like community. So like, I think it was a bit more weird because if you would places with like Mario Sonic, it'd be so funny.
Oh, I'd be blazing through this. I'd be like, oh yeah, they're having sex now.
Yeah, but like Ratchet and Clank and you know those characters are like they're actually like characters and like
they're more
like not like grounded.
What's the word? Like they're more nuanced, I guess. They're more like realistic. They're not like, you know, they're still cartoons, but at the same time, it's like. And plus, you play the game, and like this is just such a weird characterization of both characters. Like, Ratchet is so weird and creepy.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's unintentional, obviously. They're trying to go for, like, cute.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, that sort of thing. But it just doesn't work, I don't think.
And, like, where was Clank in all of this?
Him and Kid are Lombaxes now, and they're a couple. According to this. I think
weird.
This is just the author's headcanon type thing, where it's like, this is my preferred universe.
And he has a Gears of War profile picture.
I want to see if this person has
if he has any Gears of War fan fictions. That'd be
awesome. Micah, I'm about to read this out to you.
Okay, go ahead.
This is whatever that name I just said is.
IDYGOFENIKS.
Author has written 84 stories for Paw Patrol. Fallout, Resident Evil, Walking Dead, Scooby-Doo, Last of Us, Ratchet and Clank, Far Cry, State of Decay, Aliens Predator, Borderlands, Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous. What is this? Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. No. It didn't count my Control V, so I just Googled V. Camp... Huh? I've never heard of this. Hold up.
Like a comic or something?
It looks like a game, like final season. Okay, so it's a CG show.
Oh, okay.
Okay, specifically Camp Cretaceous. I'd probably saying that wrong. Pokemon, Devil May Cry, Witcher, Metro 2033, Metro 2033, and Stalker. What a wide variety.
And no Gears of War.
No Gears of War.
Are you kidding me? Like,
Doggy Life. Is this the Paw Patrol one?
Probably. Oh my gosh, I don't even wanna. Well,
it is. I found the Paw Patrol one.
Well then, IDYGOFENIKS, I'm glad you're doing what you want to do. I'm glad you have a passion for this.
Chapter 1 is called Earn. In the Paw Patrol fanfic. There are 83 chapters. The last one, the most recent one, 83, is called
I'll
Help.
say it again. I'm glad you're doing what you want to do.
Chapter 7's dead. Chapter 14's wedding.
Okay, save this one.
Oh no! Chapter 23 is Zoo Files.
Oh,
We're getting out of here.
okay.
We're getting out.
We're getting out. We're not touching that for a while.
But we will touch it.
Wink. In like 5 years down the line,
when we're no longer sweating and nervous and shaking, reading like a slightly awkward fanfiction.
I don't think it's gonna end, honestly.
It's not. This is all I found. Most of the stuff I found is like this. So
honestly, even though like it was weird, like I still felt the rush.
What kind of rush?
Like it was like
your excitement,
not like the horny rush, but
no,
like
I don't.
I want to make sure for the audience, like it was just fun. Even though of how weird and hard to get through it was.
I haven't read something like this out loud ever in my life.
It's going to get worse from here.
Dude, all I'm saying is that the Spiral fandom is insane. That's all I'm going to say.
Boy. Hunter and who?
Hunter's not in these.
Oh, no! You have to have a Hunter!
No, dude. Just, that's all I'm going to say.
Hunter and the Professor. That's all I want.
Oh, dude, I never even thought of that. I ship Hunter and the Professor.
Hunter and Ripto, that'd be good.
Anyone in Ripto would be good, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter and Bianca, though. I'm surprised I didn't find any of those.
Oh, come on. That's a must.
I only limited myself to 3. I'm going to expand this a lot more. I can't. I'm not giving you no more hints.
In the microphone, like, you definitely pick up, like, my hair, like, scratches and stuff.
Yeah, I was moving around. I was getting I was doing my awkward hair
That's what that was, by the way, in case you heard that. Okay. For cringe factor, how many whoops?
How many whoops?
Whoops, yeah. How many out of 5? How many whoops?
I don't know how to judge this because it's like I understand the intent, but the actual like mood that came across was completely different. If I go on what I read and how I felt while reading, this was like 4 whoops out of 5. This is pretty. The first half saved it from being a 5 out of 5, honestly.
Yeah,
because the first half was like it was weird. It was about slavery, but it wasn't like. It didn't go into any details, which I appreciate. It wasn't like, and then she got beat up, and then she always got like starved, and then like in any weird like sex things, nothing like that. I was kind of scared that would happen, but anything with the title of slave is very, very like thin wire, you know?
Absolutely.
It could go in any direction, and it went into one that I didn't expect. So I'll give it that. I'll take 1 point off of the cringe factor for diversion. There we go.
I think I gotta get the same thing. 4.5 of 4.5.
Whoops. You already forgot your own scale.
No, I knew I was just trying to like slay the sentence. Yeah, it was pretty bad, but I know it's gonna get like I have a feeling like if we could still continue this for like, even like 3 more months, that I'm gonna like 4 out of 5. 4.5 out of 5 is gonna be nothing.
Dude, that'd be interesting if like a year from now we reread this one
and it's like, oh yeah, it's like a 3.
This was like a 1.
Yeah. Man.
Like, all I'm saying is that when we get to the Spiral ones, you will be saying that this is a 1.
Okay, oh boy.
It is crazy. And it's not just Spiral, too.
And, like, how about, like, I think the other one was Quality.
Yeah, Quality, it's like a 2.
Like,
the pacing's just so bad.
Pacing is bad.
Pacing is really bad.
It's written horribly. Like, why did they... just add quotations. Okay, I think this guy is just doing this, like, for fun. Like, he's not... Like, I think he's just doing this for himself.
One thing
I don't think this dude is like actually like writing for people. I think that's like a side thing. Like, oh, I'll posties in case if anyone else likes them.
84 fanfictions total. Like, yeah.
I don't think like he's doing this for himself.
Like I
man.
said, three favorites. One review. Let me see. Very interesting look at the alternative development of events.
What?
That's the only comment on this. I will say, I find it funny when fan fictions like this one describe one of the main characters. Like this one describes what Ratchet looks like. But you have to already know what a Lombax looks. You have to know what Rivet looks like first because it describes him compared to her. So if you are weird and you're reading a Ratchet and Clank fan fiction and you've never played the game or seen the characters, it's going to be really weird. Just like his tail was less fluffy. Oh, they have tails? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know they had fur. Like, I don't know. It's just very interesting. I'll give it like a 5 on the interesting factor if that's the thing.
I like for quality. I give
it's like a
2.
It was readable. The Mario one last time was. I actually thought I was having a stroke.
That was pretty bad.
And like Sonic High School is similar. That one.
I'm glad the one that I chose definitely won't be like this, so you can rest easy.
I won't be sweating.
So be sure to subscribe when that episode releases. I'll give y'all a hint. The Minecraft movie trailer just recently dropped, so we're gonna celebrate it in a very nostalgic way to some people. So be sure you're subscribed for that, and let us know how we did. Gives us the likes and the stars, all the whoops. Give us the whoops.
Give us all the whoops.
And we'll see you all next time. Any signing off words?
40 screws behind her.
Bye.
What does that mean?